Well now. Hello?
Release. Reward.
Really? In this setting, I find that a little hard to believe. But I suppose we could try. I'm just a bear swatting at flies. Like, get out of my face. His prison warned, follow not. Uh-huh.
Release.
Oh. He didn't even get to finish saying his thing, because I just one-shot him. Ha! Alright, let's go turn this in. The Guardians of the Pit one I had, which was just slay a bunch of skeletons, and then you had the champion spawn, killed him, and now I'm gonna go back and tell him, I slayed the skeleton's champion.
What do you mean they attacked again? I just cleared that field.
I'm paying you to keep them out, not sit here and eat while they swarm over and over.
Yeah, I'll head over there again. Just let me finish my meal first.
I killed the champion of the pits.
Ah, well done. That's one less problem to worry about.
Alright, now let's go over here and work our way up. A couple of extra side quests right over here. Mercenary wanted for one-off job. Must not be afraid of goat men. See Shahos by the docks. Are you offering any work?
Ah, new face in town. Cross the desert alive, eh? I've a job for someone who can hold their own out there. I need a special something. Scorpion venom glands. The little buggers pack a punch when used right. Bring me a handful and, hey, I'll make it worth your while.
Sure. Also, this is another bug. I've already collected this, and it's giving me the quest yet again. This is what I was talking about. It's called a Welcome Back Booster. What this does is it lets you boost a character to level 50 with a specific build already set in place, along with a bunch of legendary gear in place. I used it on both my Sorcerer and Rogue to get them to 50, but then I've refixed the builds how I wanted them to be. I found your notice. What work do you have?
We've got a shipment leaving for Skovos in a fortnight. I deal in Kazrak lands. Some of my stock spoiled. Now I'm short. Have to get more, or I'll be belly up in the bay. Musk Market is ruthless. Luckily for me, some Khazra just wandered from the south. And now I have you. Just cut the glands out, and I'll do the rest.
I'm not surprised, considering that there's also usually another quest over here which I keep encountering, which is like, hey, take out the number of the goat men and you'll get this thing to turn in. Or you'll get a cash for it. Now, there's apparently also another little quest right over here at the docks. Let's go ahead and grab this.
I'm telling you, that old shrine yelled at me.
You've gotten heat stroke. I've passed that place 1,000 times and never heard voices. Someone was probably having a lark.
I know what I heard.
Tell me about this talking shrine.
There is an old shrine north of the city. I was passing it the other day when the very stone yelled at me. Clear as you're talking to me now. Everyone thinks I've gone mad. You must believe me.
Don't worry, I'll look into it.
One of the things I also like about these side quests from the main story is that it allows our character to get more time to shine. What I mean by that is, have you noticed how usually our main character kind of takes a backseat when it comes to the dialogue compared to the other characters like Lorath, Neyrel, Donan? You know, those characters usually get more time to talk compared to our own main character. So during these side quests, those characters are not around, so it just allows our character to now be the one to go ahead and get a moment to shine, you know? Whoa! That was some noticeable lag. Holy mackerel. Gosh, I will say this patch has been giving me a number of issues. So I have had... Oh, there it is, right there.
What is this?
It's the thing I keep finding. So now to get Khazra glands, also collect these as well. But gosh, even this, look at my choppiness. I want to make note of this. You'll notice how choppy it is for me right now, right? I want to point out, look at how much I have turned down the graphics. Now, yes, there are a couple things I still have on high, but for the most part, a lot of these I still have on low. You know? I guess I'll even go ahead and turn those to low. We'll see if that helps out. But just note at how much I've turned down the settings for basically everything. Oh gosh, you can even... I'm immediately noticing the difference. Ugh. I hate having to play the game with settings this low. And I'm still getting choppiness. This is where it becomes glaring to me that this is not necessarily just an issue for me. Or rather, what I'm trying to say is, as much as I can turn down the settings, the reality is I just have to improve my machine. I don't have a top-of-the-line machine. I just don't have the funds to afford having one right now. Now, what I'm hoping is for an absurd, like, stroke of luck. To be able to somehow acquire, like, something better that I can use for things such as this, playthroughs for my channel. One of the things I actually have tried is I found out that Maxroll apparently gives out a free top-of-the-line PC to guess randomly, like in a raffle or a draw, like every month. And I think they had a free trial going, and I actually forget if they've already had that. They may have, and I wasn't there for it. But I've set it up where it was just a free trial, just seeing if I could get that. But, you know, you just never know. Like, what if all of a sudden I just actually ended up getting... being the winner of one of those, you know? Wouldn't that be amazing? It would certainly serve some issues, or serve to help some of the issues I'm having. The fact that I can go into this area and have it be this choppy for myself, even when I have the settings turned down a lot.
It is done.
Well, that particular one is. Hello?
Please, I need water. I'm exhausted. I thought I could make it to see Omat's stronghold. But this must be a sign Akarat wants me to turn back. May Akarat guide and protect you.
Same to you. By the way, I will talk a bit more about Akarat later. There's a reason I kind of need to talk about Akarat. But I will save that for later. Hold on. I'll probably turn the, like, at least those other couple settings back up, because I do think the texture needs to be up. Everything else I think can be down just fine.
What is this?
You see what I mean? A number of these side quests are just, you find one of those things and you're just like, what is this? And that is a little frustrating when it, like, when you're trying to complete everything and you're just like, well, you better hope that you find some of these things.
What is this?
And again, another, what is this? It's a little silly. Interact. Won't let me interact. Why were you buried?
Gaia-cool politics.
Politics? Oh, gosh.
I'm not dead yet, you vouchers!
No one deserves such a cruel fate.
Huh? Wait. You're not... Get me free. I'll make it worth your while. Not
Yes, sir.
I'm not grateful, but the water's rising.
Politics?
A rival was encroaching into our territory. We voiced our displeasure. We got buried in the sand up to our teeth. Politics.
Uh-huh. There you go. Freedom.
Oh, much obliged. There's just one other thing. Some of my family is still alive, captured. If we don't help them, they're next in the sand. Trust me, stranger. The gang that did this is bad news. For Gaia-cool, for all of us. It's best for everyone that they're stopped. Plus, I'll throw in some extra coin. Come, help me find the blade. Wouldn't want you protecting me like some smooth-faced child.
Well, alright. I mean, who could you have gotten better to help save your family than a mighty werebear? Better to have a werebear on your side than against you, right?
This will do nicely. Now I may be of some use to you. Let us hurry before they realize I am free.
I mean, what do these guys think? Just running in and, like, they see a werebear charging at them. Do they really go, I'm gonna get him? I like to think this is what really should be happening. A werebear just kills them with just one swipe. Just BAM! Dead. 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 I mean, seriously, you get hit by a bear, a giant werebear like this, wouldn't you be dead? Just, well, you're dead.
Already I am plagued with visions of his spirit. How can this be?
You can thank our new friend later, Yakub.
So, you're alive, brother?
Wait for me by the bridge, you idiot.
Couple more family members. Body is fresh with warm blood seeping
You'd outlive me. We
from
will
puncture
avenge
wounds.
you. Cousin Nazim.
Oh, this was his cousin. I'm sorry for your loss. Wait a minute. Did we miss someone? We did.
But how?
That's
Able to find allies anywhere, eh, Asir?
damn right. Go. I'll meet you by the land bridge.
Understood. Thank you, stranger.
Can't believe he's dead.
What now, Yasir?
This is your family?
Yes. And now it's yours too. You've done us a great favor today, friend. You'll always have friends in Geakul.
What will you do now?
We need to lay low. We're wounded, but thanks to you, we may recover.
Thank you, friend.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Well, let's go turn these in back in town. One of the other things I also like about all these side quests is that we're basically just helping people in Sanctuary. Just people. So who keeps the law in this city?
The bandit gangs are the law. I tell you to watch yourself, but you seem like you can hold your own.
I would think so. Why are there so many ill?
They're all stragglers from Chaldeum. Plague there wiped out half the city before they shut the gates. Seems like here's as good a place as any to die.
And how does Geakul support itself?
Oh, it doesn't support itself. It supports the black market and the cult bastards that run it. Ain't you seen the slums?
I found this shipment with your name on it.
I wondered what happened to that shipment. Guess a reward is in order. Can't run an inn with nothing to feed lodgers.
I have your glands. Payment first.
Huh. You'll do just fine in Geakul. Pleasure doing business with you.
You as well. Alright, let's go clear out my inventory real quick.
I can bring. Don't ruin all that work.
Alright, you know what? Really quick, I'm going to go ahead and show this to you guys because this should not be showing up for me. In fact, if I logged out and logged back in, it would complete it. In fact, I'm curious if it'll fix itself when I travel here. Probably not, but we'll see. So the way this would work is you would walk over here, and hey, here's the welcome back booster, and then it offers you a few different builds, which will then give you not only a preset build set up, but also legendaries attached to it. I don't want to mess up what I have already, so I'm not going to take this, but this is how you would choose it. So you would choose any of these, Storm Shepherd with the Companions, a Werewolf build, and then would do that. It should not be offering this to me because it's only supposed to offer 2 of them, and I took both of them on my Rogue and Sorceress. And then you would go over here. You'll notice this is set up over here. So there's a letter here, Gillian's letter. It's midwinter again. I've seen omens of the red-cloaked horror's return, and I hope this letter reaches you, hero of song. The demon's relentless. I've left some gifts to help you inspire hope in these dark times, my friend. Gillian, traveling bard. That's the ward, which gives you those. You can also get a potion, or rather, I'm sorry, an elixir, that rather than these, which have, like, you know, more overpowered vulnerable damage and 8% XP, it's a legendary elixir that gives you 15% XP, but also increases the amount of damage they take from you by about 15%. So it's a really good elixir, and it can drop from the Red Cloaked Horde. You just have to have him show up. Alright, so hold on. There's actually a quest I can turn in right here. Interested in this odd mushroom I found?
You have a good eye. That fungus will increase the strength of almost any potion I use it in. Let me offer you something for it.
There we go. Alright, so let's real quick leave and log back in, because I think that'll fix it. Yep, quest complete. There we go. That's how I fixed it last time, so... Oh, there's where the scorpion venom glands are collected, huh? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and... What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here and kind of work our way this way to eventually go over there. Meanwhile, Lorath is probably just laying around, having a drink, just going, ugh, where is that wanderer? I told her to meet me here. What's taking her so long? Hey, Blizzard, do you know that arachnophobia mode you added in, World of Warcraft? Could you add that in Diablo 4, please?
You there? Yes, you. I would have words.
Who is speaking?
You stand before Isel of the Viserai. That name should have made you fall to your knees in reverence. We brought forth a golden age, and what was my reward? Trapped in this rock. Doomed to watch peasants water camels for eternity. But you're no peasant, are you? Even in this form, I can sense that. It's decided then. I will allow you to assist me.
Is it me, or is that the same voice actress who plays Symmetra in Overwatch?
Housing a magically sealed chest. Open it with the chant, Isun Seni Aproxus. Bring me the contents of this chest, and you will be rewarded.
And how did you come to be trapped here?
Such is a long history. Many wars were fought in my time. I survived the conflicts, only to attract the Vizjaktar's attention. 3 were sent, 3 died. But the last injured me. I crawled here. My mortal shell was spent, so I possessed the shrine. I had intended this to be a temporary inconvenience, that my clan would seek me out. But here I am.
Here you are. What was the world like in your time?
What a question. There are no words to make you comprehend if you did not behold it firsthand. The very colors were different, more vibrant. You could taste magics in the air. The people did not cower and scrape by. The very hells bent to our wills. Everything seemed possible then. This world left over is but a husk.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure that this is the same actress who voices Symmetra. A man in Geocool claimed that you yelled at him.
Did he tell you how he was defiling me? Do I look like an outhouse? The amount of disrespect I have had to endure, I cannot bear it.
I see. Oh, okay. So that's another dungeon quest. Alright, in that case, let's go this way. Wait! Where are you going? I will help you later! Come back! Oh, so it looks like we actually won't have to go over there for the scorpion venom glands. We could actually just go ahead and do it over here.
Ah, found them.
Nima? Oh, the poor camel. Will you guys stop? Let me free this poor camel? Ooh, silent chest. Oh my goodness. Hang on, Nima.
We need to get you home. Follow me.
Come on, Nima, this way. It's one of these escort quests where it's like, hey, follow the food.
This way. Is there a problem?
Oh, yes there is.
This way.
Come on, Nima. I found your camel. She was trapped in a thicket.
Nima? Nima, you're alive! I feared the worst! Oh, thank you, kind wanderer! Thank you! Atta girl. I'm just glad you're safe.
$13 of 15. If I encounter any more scorpions over here, I can go ahead and finish that up as well. Oh, hello! I hope some of you are able to take advantage of the fact that all of the Lilith statues are visible on my map.
What is this?
It's another side quest. That I just had to be a random drop. What happened here?
There is a bad slope in this road. Our wagons slid over the side, along with all our supplies. We'll never reach Dalgor without them. We were about to climb down, but we heard something moving below. Could you lend us a hand? Oh,
Well, I suppose.
do be careful.
Oh, think nothing of it. Alright, well, hopefully that's all for the scorpion glands. It is. Now let's see what's down here. Ooh, an ore vein. There's a statue of Lilith right there. Aha! There they are. I don't know what you guys are so scared of. Bunch of chickens you are. Here are your supplies.
Thank Akarat you came along. I hate to ask more of you, but could you take a message ahead of us? Tell Haddad we'll be late, but we are coming. I'll get us there safe. I swear it.
I suppose I'll carry your message. I just need a couple more of these gut weeds. But I need a couple more enemies to show up. I don't know. Maybe I just have to wait for them to respawn. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next one over here. Huh, nice little barricade. Now what could be over there? Let's find out, shall we? Oh my goodness, that's one of the biggest scorpions I've ever seen. Ooh, a greed shrine. That's right, give me all your gold. That's right, attack a werebear. That's a smart decision on your part. It's like, I got him, guys! It's like, really? You thought that was... That's one of those where you look at him and you go, at what point did you think this was a smart idea? Or rather, at what point did you realize this was a bad idea? Where is Dawood? It's like I can't find this guy I'm supposed to... At least I think it's a guy that I'm supposed to find. I'm not... I'm like, where are you? I am like legit like going around going, where are you? Are you over here? There you are. Dalwood, I take it? Your captain's looking for you.
He hired an outsider to find me? He must be angry. But I won't just stand at my post waiting for the next ambush to kill my friends. I've tracked the killers to the beach. Since you're here, you can help me teach them a lesson.
Really? There we go. Malik.
Feed the crows, you bastards. Let's hope their friends find them rotting in the sun. It's time they feared the Iron Wolves again. We should report our victory to the captain. See you back in camp, eh?
Sure. Agreed, Shine, I'm not taking advantage of.
Welcome to the safest place anywhere in the shadow of Chaldeum. Asmodan himself would step lightly in the home of the Iron Wolves.
No, he wouldn't. I have your gutweed. I'm never going to get this smell from these clothes.
Thank you. It may not look like much now, but this will help save someone's limb. As for the smell, go to the tar pits. It won't save your clothes, but maybe the odors will cancel each other out.
Oh, that's great. Deal with one bad smell by adding another bad smell. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Look at how fast we are knocking out all these side quests. What happened?
The Iron Wolves badly need equipment. Gold. Anything to sustain us. So, I led a scouting party into the old mage ruins. They've long been considered off-limits, but ruins can hold treasures. As I see you know. The dead awaited us inside. Alamentella fell. And I gave the order to leave them.
Are their belongings worth such risk?
To survive in the desert, a pack of wolves can't allow anything to go to waste. When an Iron Wolf dies, all that they carried is shared among the rest. It's how we honor them.
We do what we can for them. But the evil that infests that temple is not easily cured.
Yeah.
Our scouts are occupied in the north and the west. If a threat appears in the south, we've no one left to confront it.
Tamia's group was delayed, but they are coming.
At bloody last, a bit of good news. Tamir is a dear friend. And a hell of a cook. They shouldn't have needed your help. Should have had iron wolves watching the roads, keeping them safe. Thank you, friend, for your assistance.
What is this bandit problem you have?
Bandits are a constant in the southern desert, but some have grown brazen of late, attacking our patrols within sight of the oasis. I need every able body watching our perimeter, not running off to get themselves killed.
So when I was leveling my rogue, there's a stronghold nearby over here. I think it's actually this one right here. And no, it's not that one. Which one was it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. The Onyx Watchtower. This is where a bunch of bandits were running place. And when you fight the final boss at the stronghold, it's the leader of the bandits, and they offer to have you join them because they like what they've seen from you taking out everyone else, and they're like, I want you to join us. My rogue, I like that my rogue then says, I don't run with bandits, implying that they would think that a rogue would join them, and she's like, no, I would never run with bandits. I'm not that kind of rogue. Did Dawood give you his report?
He did. And he'll be on double shifts until his excuse for a beard turns grey. Damned idiot smiled when I gave the order. Said his post should be much quieter now, after your victory over the bandits. It will be the opposite, I assure you.
That's amusing.
Don't ruin all that work, huh?
Alright, we have a couple of other quests to go turn over here. And then we'll also have a couple of dungeon quests. It's worth noting that you don't have to do these side quests within the campaign. You can go through the campaign and then do these side quests afterwards if you want. Which I may end up skipping some and coming back to do them after we do the campaign. I found this letter addressed to you.
This thing looks like it's been through hell. Let's see what we've got. A damned invoice, of course. This could have stayed lost, you know. Actually, I better get this paid. It's dangerous to be in debt around here. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
It's so soft. Like a flower. Almost. Do you hear that? It's better in here. Soft and quiet.
Strange, bittersweet scents cling to the pipe. The substance inside is probably banned in other cities. I found the venom glands you wanted.
Oh, let's see. Ah, now that's the good stuff. Just the kick my scorpion wine needs. Stuff's not for the faint of heart. As promised, your reward. My recipe for an antidote. If my wine knocks you out, here's the fix for the morning after.
Wow. Lots of poison-resistant elixirs from that quest.
Smell that? That's what a damn good time smells like, my friend.
It does? No, I'll take your word for it. Alright, so... we need to go speak with Asa by the Forgotten Ruins. A Wolf's Honor, that's right. This is apparently part of the side quests challenge for this zone. It's unfortunate, though, that some of these dungeons, you really have to find a way to get to them. Also, they need to make it where the horse's charge recharges quite a bit faster. Gosh, these are areas I'm very used to dealing with when they become hell tides. I walk up and become a werebear, and they're like, ah! I'm like, it's okay, it's still me. So what can we expect inside these ruins?
The dead walk inside. More than I dared to count on my last visit. No mistakes this time. We must find Alemantala, collect their belongings, and leave. Quickly.
That'll be fine. Trust me, you got a werebear here to protect you. You're fine. You'll be fine. Woo! Paragon 224. I think I can get one more board, but I'm not really sure if I need to right now. I think I'd rather just go ahead and move over here and get these filled out. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I'll just this one, then move over here. Okay. Now, hold on a second. Do I have the wrong one for set for this? Oh, I do. Okay. There we go. Now when it gets destroyed or expires, it does damage to surrounding enemies. There we go. I was wondering why I wasn't doing that, not realizing I had actually picked the wrong talent. My bad. I was already thinking about being tanky as opposed to, wait, I don't have to be that tanky because I'm one-shotting things here even as a bear. Even elites.
There.
There's Tala.
She turned to cover our retreat. We will remember.
Alright. Now we have one more to find. What I like about Trample is that it's like, look, if you see a werebear charging at you like this, I mean, you're dead at that point. It's like, well, I'm dead, because I have this massive werebear charging at me on all fours. I'm just dead. There's nothing I can do about that. Also, I love the part where if you get crits, it extends the duration of your Grizzly Rage.
know you hate snakes, but there's gold to be made. I need you to go search the ruins for a book called Compendium Maleficarum. If you find it, I've got a buyer who'll pay a king's ransom, and you'll never have to see another snake for as long as you live. Julianus.
Uh-huh. There he is! The Red Cloaked Horror!
First, shouting to warn us. We will remember.
Woo! Alright, there is Gillian's Brew. So, enemies take 20% more damage from your attacks, enemies will routinely drop additional herbs and crafting materials, and you gain 15% increased experience. So, yeah. Pretty good. Huh, I got the Frostburn gloves. Was hoping for something more for the Druid, but whatever. There's Halim.
Good. We're done here. I will take their belongings and carry them back to Dalgur. Come find me there when you can. We will thank you properly.
Sure thing. You can head on back. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up things here in this place. Well, hello there! Like, I know it's not one of the top builds, but there's something really appealing to me about running around as a massive werebear just clobbering everything in my path. It was the same thing with the werewolf, though, because I will say one of the fun things about the werewolf was being able to hold down the shred button and just dash around and annihilate everything as if I was the Flash in a room, killing everything in sight. So fast that they never saw me coming. Like, I honestly am a believer in when you're just kind of like doing stuff like this, just kind of leveling or doing the campaign, just play what you want. Because in those portions of the game at that level, it's not a big deal what you play. It's only if you actually want to try and do like serious endgame stuff that you are probably going to have to look up what are considered the top builds to actually try and participate in it or check it out. That's literally what I had to do when it came to my Spiritborn. I had to swap to one of the top builds in order to actually be able to participate in higher level content because what I was running just was not working. Now, for the record, I'm not entirely in favor of that being a thing. Obviously, that's a whole thing about meta, and I'm not really fond of the whole, like, us being slaves to meta and all that. I think us being able to have a bit more choice in what we want to play and have fun playing is very important. The unfortunate reality, especially if you design your games like this, is if there is a higher recommended way to play to be able to do higher level content, then usually you're just simply going to have to do that if you actually want to be a part of it. Or participate in it. I'm not in favor of that being a thing, it's just the unfortunate reality. It's like, look, that's just how things are, and there's not much we can do to fix it or change it. I will admit, though, it is satisfying to be able to find a build you like and enjoy playing, and it ends up being a pretty effective build that allows you to be able to do a decent amount of high-level content. Whether or not it's actually the top build or not, that's a different thing. That's actually the case with my wizard in D3. She's mainly running the Firebird Meteor build, or at least my own variation of the Firebird Meteor build. It's not exactly the same thing you would find on, say, maxroll.gg in terms of what they label as a Firebird Meteor build. But it's one I've been able to work with and find pretty good success with, to the point where it's like, you know, I think being able to play on Torment 13 in Diablo 3 with that build is actually pretty nice. It's a build I enjoy playing, and I'm able to actually push decently high level of content with it. If I ever return to D3, to that alternate playthrough with my wizard that I started, you guys will get to see that. There just needs to be a time and place where I actually want to go back and do it. Trust me, I want to go back and do it because I will always love Diablo 3. And I want to like this game as much as 3, but it's just probably not going to happen. I mean, I will say there are things that in this game that I do kind of like more so than in D3. Like, for example, obviously I can't play a Druid in D3. That's just not a thing because they never added that class to it. But this game does allow me to play it in a way that I prefer compared to how it was in Diablo 2. And the same thing with other classes, honestly. But sometimes what you want to play is dependent on what they decide to change when it comes to each season. There we go. The Forgotten Ruins. And now, let's go see our friend. And then maybe we'll wrap this up by going to the other dungeon that the statue is asking us to go deal with or take care of. I'll probably also readjust my graphic settings in between videos.
So, Kelim takes this wasp head and shoves it on his helm. Blood and pus running down his face. He starts buzzing like a madman.
Son of a bitch was chasing me with that stinger.
Stagger, you was trying not to bloody well puke while you ran away. Left a trail behind you.
I'm guessing that's their way of celebrating memories of him. Trying to, like, well, we're going to get drunk and talk about good memories of our friends who we have lost. How are your wounds?
I'm healing well, thanks to the herbs Tala carried in her pack. She was a skilled healer and a cunning warrior. We offer you Tala's dagger as a token of our thanks. Remember her name and carry it well.
Huh. Thanks. Now watch me go salvage it. I know that's kind of a, like, oh, how could you do that? But, you know, that's unfortunately the case of them giving me a not-so-great dagger. Like, maybe if you're not doing well in terms of gear, it could be nice, but didn't really have the means to use it there. Like, I already have an ancient sword. I don't really need it. It's okay, she contributed to helping me out by just simply providing me with materials. Conclave. I like these new loading screens, by the way, being able to see your character along with your mount and your pet. I think it's really cool. It looks especially cool in my Necromancer when she is dressed like the Lich King and I see Invincible behind her. That is awesome. I love that. And of course, I'm too late to save the person who's dying, who's like, oh, or they'll save me, or oh no! High heavens forbid I ever actually save somebody from dying in this setting. And this just goes back to all the previous games, like, it's like, no, I'll save you, and then they die. Like, this was the case in D3. I'll never forget that guy who's like, oh, thank you for saving me, and then he immediately dies. Like getting hit by something. Like, well, you're certainly not going to be speaking for anyone anymore. Speaker for the damned.
Akarat, protect me!
See what I mean? They offer this one little bit of dialogue and then they die. It's like, oh, let me save. No, I couldn't save you. A magically sealed chest.
They'll be happy to have this back.
Who, the people in the town or the statue? I guess we'll find out. If I find out that our character got tricked into bringing this and they're like, yes, now I shall take over someone to be my new body. I'm just gonna be like, is our character always just an idiot? Just very gullible in the, oh no, I helped out someone bad. I never anticipated it could have gone badly like this. Ooh, a key to a laboratory. If only my character's name was Dee Dee. And the boss at the end, his name is Dexter, and they're like, Dee Dee, get out of my laboratory! If there are those of you watching who don't know what I'm talking about, that's just gonna make me sad. I need to find a way to keep Dee Dee out of my room! What? I watched a ton of Dexter's Lab when I was growing up. Leave me alone.
Get there! Please, help us get out of here! They're here!
Now, believe it or not, this is actually one of the exceptions when it comes to what I was talking about, how we don't usually get to save people. This is actually an exception right here. These events allow us to actually save these people if we do it well enough. It is possible to fail these. Because you'll notice the mastery is keep at least one adventurer alive. The task is to, you're ideally trying to save all three, because if you save all three, they each give you like a little gold reward or something like that. But that is the idea, and the goal here is that you're trying to actually save these people. You want to help them out, you want to save them.
We're going to make it!
And yes, you can actually save these people's lives, and they can be able to escape and get out of here with, alive. It's actually like, oh my gosh, I can actually save somebody for a change. It's like Diablo actually letting me save people? What is this madness?
You deserve this. Never seen anyone fight like you.
See? So because I saved all three, then they each dropped some gold for me. As a reward, as a thank you for saving their lives. I love that. It's one of the only times you actually get to save somebody in this setting. Oh, my puppy got stuck over there. Man, this is a big dungeon. Conduit. So here's the funny part about Conduit. Depending on which character I'm playing, Conduit's either going to be stronger or weaker than what I already have as a build, as a character. I can tell you this right now. Conduit is much weaker than my Spiritborn. My Spiritborn annihilates everything on the screen. If my Spiritborn gets Conduit, I'm barely hurting anything. It's hilarious how much weaker Conduit is compared to, say, my Spiritborn. Now, if I get it on, say, my Druid here, or my Rogue, or my Sorceress, then it's not bad. But it was just hilarious to me, like, when I was getting it on my Spiritborn, and it was barely killing anything. And I was just like, what in the world? It's like, why am I just now wanting a Conduit shrine to not appear? It's like, of all the shrines I could get, make sure, please, don't have it be a Conduit one. You know? Here we go. The Swarm Master! There we go. Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and teleport over here and then we'll just go to the statue. I'm very curious what's gonna happen when I bring this back to the statue. Am I actually gonna free her, or am I going to, like, somehow, like, trap her in the new vessel as if she's like... It's like, hey, I brought you a lamp! Say hi to your new home! And then I take it back to the fisherman and be like, hey, here she is! I believe I have found the vessel you wanted.
My champion returns successful. Finally, someone competent enough to accomplish even the simplest of tasks. Now, place the vessel before me.
Okay. So what's next?
What impertinence! This vessel shall house me until more permanent arrangements can be found. My Athenaeum holds the answers. Questai norgu, wendo tai ure. Tight fit, but it serves. Now, pick me up.
Okay.
I need to locate our old Athenaeum, assuming the Vizjaktar didn't sack that too. It's located... I no longer recognize this land. Bring me to Chaldeum, so I may get my bearings.
Okay.
Is that Chaldeum? That moldering speck? This was once the heart of the world. Never mind. I recall the Athenaeum was near Dalgur Oasis. Take me there. Ah, Dalgur. A sorcerer with unparalleled talent to terraform the land to his will. Never wrote down any of his research. Wanted to be the only authority, apparently. We are close, champion. Continue north until we find the mountain path.
I have a feeling we're just going to keep on going. Also, there's a quest back over there I'll have to go grab later.
Here is the mountain path.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, the state of this place. I would have thought the old wards would have triggered. Ah, there they are.
Thanks for the heads up.
Finally. Place me on that pedestal. Somewhere in these ruins should be a conduit that will restore me. Without it, I'll be trapped in this state for another eternity.
Amongst the rubble are broken vials, bone and broken stone from the overhead pillars. If the conduit Isel seeks is here, it would be unusable. Scattered on the table are papers stained and brittle with age. Perhaps these once detailed magics from a world long past. There are unbroken vials here, but none appear to be what Isel is seeking. Ooh, a conduit. I have the conduit. What next?
I have just one more use for you, champion. No hard feelings.
Oh no, I'm so shocked that you would dare do this to me!
Oh, a worthless device. Or perhaps your will is stronger than I thought. Strong enough to resist possession. It appears this will have to be done the old-fashioned way. I shall wear your face!
Yeah, you can try. So much for Isel of the Vajari. Okay. Well, with that, I have now, at the moment, run out of side quests, except I did notice there was one over here. Which I'm guessing is a continuation of the Iron Wolves questline. Alright, so we'll pick this up and then I'll cut it off.
They've poisoned the oasis. I know it.
Shouldn't you be at your post?
I can see it from here.
Could the bandits have done this?
Bandits hate the Iron Wolves. Enough to kill us, but they don't act if they don't profit. I see no profit in poisoning the only water source in Dalgur. Only suffering.
What's wrong with the oasis?
Something in the water is making us sick. Some have died. Both wolves and civilians in our care.
It's poison, I'm telling you. The bandits want to wipe us out.
We have to find the source, regardless. Wanderer, would you meet me south of here? I want to check the shoreline. Back to your post before the captain sees.
Oh, just right over here. Well, we'll go ahead and do that when we return. Stay tuned.